Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Wow, I have been wanting to make this video for a long time. In fact, I've written so many scripts on it, and today I'm just going to wing it. I've just set up the camera, plugged on the microphone, and I'm going to wing it. But I need to talk to you about my experiences with the Nike Invincible. Okay, let's go into a little bit of backstory, and then I'll talk about why you need to consider these shoes, or at least consider whether or not they're going to work for you and how you would use them if you haven't already used the Nike Invincible, and what it might mean for you. Okay, backstory. Two key things I want to share with you. One is I never considered Nike a serious shoe brand until 2 years ago, until I came across the Zoom X foam, and I did that in the Vaporfly Next Percent. There was a lot of noise about how good that shoe was, and I was like, no, it can't be that good. And I bought it and I tried it and it was great, and then I fell in love with Zoom X foam. Now until then I was running in mainly New Balance. In fact, my last 50 pairs of shoes were all New Balance. That was my brand. I was New Balance through and through. But once I discovered Zoom X foam, I was a bit of a convert. Now here's the other thing, the other element. It wasn't New Balance. It was another pair of shoes I was wearing. So someone got me to try another pair of shoes after New Balance, and it had a 12mm drop in it. I'm not going to name this brand because you'll find out why in a second. It had a 12mm drop in it, and I wasn't used to that. That's a heavy drop. So the heel was 12mm higher than where the ball of your foot sits in the shoe, and that gave me plantar fasciitis really severely. And if you've had plantar fasciitis, and I've never had it before that time, but if you've had it, then you'll know it is almost impossible to run on. Then I tried these, the Nike Invincible shoe, and it made it go away almost straight away. These shoes gave me an ability to run that I wasn't able to do in other shoes. When you've got plantar fasciitis, there's not a lot you can do. You try on lots of other shoes and it doesn't seem to work, but these really worked a treat for me. Okay, let's talk about these. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan now of the Nike Invincible. This is it. This is the shoe. It is an ugly shoe, but shoes for me are tools, and they have a purpose, and if they work for that purpose, brilliant. This shoe I was wearing almost as an everyday shoe. Every run, except for the super fast ones where I'd race, where I'd go to the Vaporfly, I was wearing this shoe. So this was my very first one I bought. I can't remember what I paid for it, but in New Zealand dollars, it was about $260 US. You're looking at about 160. And between this and the version 2, which is this puppy here, I've got 3 other versions. So I've got 5 versions, and they're all live. So I just love them that much. Now, this one I thought was going to die. I've got this one and a yellow one, and I thought it was going to die. So let's talk about range here. I thought it was going to die after about 400, 500, 600 kilometers. Okay, so what are we talking in miles? About roughly, about 400 miles, just shy of 400 miles. But this shoe that you're looking at now, ran in it this morning. It is just under 1,000 kilometers old. When I say just under, 15 kilometers, 9 miles away from 600 miles. 9 miles away from 600 miles, 15 kilometers away from 1,000. And the difference between this and this one's only 200 kilometers old, in terms of feel, is almost nothing. The feeling remains the same with the Zoom X foam. There is a bit of a difference, but I mean, it's smaller than any difference between this shoe and the next closest model from any other manufacturer. The difference between this and any other model from any other manufacturer is greater than the difference between these two shoes. This one, 200 kilometers fresh, 120 miles that would be, and this one, 1,000 kilometers. So, what do I like about it? Okay, it's a training shoe, so it's going to be a little bit on the heavier side, but it's not super heavy. Those of you that have been running for a number of years, or you're coming back to running and you ran years and years ago, these shoes are lighter than those ones. They are more responsive. They give you pop. They help you. You land, it pops you back a little bit. It's incredible protection. Let's take it. It's on your legs, right? So these are the this is the other big thing I want to talk about. No, I'm talking fast. I did want to share a lot about this shoe. Let me give you some of the highlights. And if you've got any questions, throw them in the comments below. Man, I've gone so off script. It's a shocker. It's a shocker, but I'm not a shoe reviewer. There's so many that do better shoe reviews than me. Who's my preference? Probably Ed Budd. Check him out. He's fantastic. And he's got a quirky sense of humor. Cool guy, great reviewer of shoes. Check him out. But what I want to share with you is this. This is the wear on the bottom of the shoe. So forgive me while I'm just looking on screen. And you can see it's starting to break through here. Now I've got another pair that is about 900 kilometers old, and it has busted through. So about the size of my fingernail is a patch through the outsole where the midsole is coming through. Doesn't affect the performance of the shoe, nor does it actually the grip. It's worn away here, but the shoe compresses enough that all these other elements of the outsole come into play and they grip on the ground. The grip is great in dry and wet. You can run these off-road. I have run them off-road, not just gentle trails. I've done some gnarly stuff, not recommended because they're not super stable, but worked a peach. So you can run them off-road, you can run them day in, day out. They protect your legs. So certainly for those of you, I'm 50 now. And so I spend as much time on recovery as I do in running. These things work a peach. I can run a good distance in these. These the other day just knocked out 24 kilometers. That was the end of a 102 kilometer week. And this is the longest week I've ever run. 60 miles, so 24 kilometers would be 18, 17, 16, 15 miles. So knocked those out at the end of a heavy week and my legs felt great. Today was supposed to be, that was yesterday, today was supposed to be a rest day, but I went out for a cheeky half an hour. And these are fresher, and you think I would have used these, but I was happy to use these because the difference is so minimal. Okay. Then you've got the upper grips really well. The laces are fantastic in terms of you tie them and they stay tied. I haven't had them come undone. I have heard people say they've had issues with the glue, with it coming away. Never had that. Haven't had that issue at all. As you can see, the upper, this is the most beaten up shoe. The upper still looks pretty good. I mean, it's a dirty shoe, right? But it's a tool. But there's no real wear in the upper. Oh, except for here, right here. So, but I think what's been happening there, that's on the inside. So the medial side of the shoe. I think what happens is because these shoes are so wide, every so often, you know, one grazes the other and it's just wears away. So I've got another shoe where another set of Invincibles where that's happened. But okay, let's summarize. Oh man, you've done so well to listen to my diatribe. But what I'd say is if you're diatribe, who knows, right? If you're 50-50 about these shoes, give them a go. If recovery and having easy long runs and taking care of your legs, or if you're getting back into running or whatever, don't worry about the look of them. They do look a little bit chunky and all of that, but these are perfect for that. These are the standard that all others are measured by. Now, there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming out from New Balance and Adidas. Are doing some really super soft shoes at the moment, but this is the standard they're measured by. Will this suit everyone? No, maybe not. But I think it'll suit most people, especially if you want to take care of your legs. Okay, that is it. That is the Nike Invincible. Great outsole, good grip. You can see it lasts a long time, 1,000 kilometers. I've got two shoes now that are so close to 1,000, so I know that they're golden. The midsole stays alive and vibrant that whole time. The upper stays together. The fit is comfortable. It's heavier than your racing shoe, but that's what you actually want for a training shoe. I think so. I think it's better to have a heavier training shoe. Then when you put your racing shoe on, you feel like that next level up. You feel godlike. That's what you want. That is it. Nike Invincible. All I'm trying to say in this video is consider them if you want to do many miles, you want to take care of your legs, and you want a shoe that's going to last the distance. That's it. Boom. That's it. That's it. Any questions you've got, throw them in the comments below. I'm a convert, but only because of the quality of the shoes. That's it. Get out there and run. Go far. Go for a run. Okay, take care, team. Ka kite anō.